right, Shalom, Akim, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the fellow house of David, and death and destruction to the house of Saul. Okay, so I wanna do a video, and I want to entitle the video, if I can remember, "The Racism of the So-Called White Man is Being Televised." All right, and what I mean by that is the whole world is starting to see the so-called white man for who he is. He's the devil, and particularly, all right, the white woman that I want to get on. All right, well, she's just another extension of the man. All right, which proves that they both come in the same spirit. Are they of the same nation? All right, she has those same thoughts and feelings when she looks at you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, she hates you. She was a main proponent in slavery also. All right, it was the man and the woman. All right, so now all of a sudden you have these white women that want to stand up for Jake, or they want to be protesters, and they want to be, on Jake's team. Well, what's going on now is you're seeing a white woman for her racism also. All right, you had that lady down in you have the lady down here in the Bay Area at Lake Merritt that called the cops on Jake for barbecuing. Okay, barbecue Betty. Okay, and now you have it was a lady down here in San Francisco, man. Down here in San Francisco by AT&T Park, which is in San Francisco. They're calling her Permit Patty, but she called the cops on an 8-year-old so-called black woman, 8-year-old black girl, for selling water without a permit. Okay, but this happens all the time. Now it's the reason why now it's being talked about, even amongst you other Edomites, which are you so-called white people, and you're even calling them racist. You're even calling these people racist because you try to separate yourselves from these so-called Trump supporters, okay, or these so-called white people that are not understanding to other people's cultures, okay, and ways of living. Or you call them savages. So now the Most High, he's turning the Egyptians against the Egyptians. We're going to bring out that scripture. But let me bring out this scripture first. This is Job 20 and 27. It says, "The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him." That's right. So the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, he's exposing the so-called white man and woman for the blatant racist that they are, and the bigot that they are, okay, and non-understandings of other people's cultures, in particular the so-called black man here in America. All right, because they're getting the brunt of the racism. Okay, they get the brunt force of the racism. Now you Latin tribes are starting to feel. You're starting to feel that squeeze now. Okay, they're wrapping you up like burritos and aluminum blankets, putting you in concentration camps. All right, you've been in FEMA camps, okay, you Latin tribes. But it goes to show you that the so-called white woman is racist, just as racist as the so-called white man. And now all these things are going viral. See, the so-called white man has never been understanding. He has never been a so-called person of equal rights or a person of equity. It's just that now everything's being revealed now. Everybody's seeing it now. All right, the data is being streamlined, okay, to you people at a very fast rate. Okay, it's a sensory overload. So one after another, a so-called black man getting shot in the streets, and these are straight blatant acts of racism, and the whole world sees this. All the other nations see it. All the other nations see what the so-called white man is doing to the so-called black and Hispanic and Native American man here in America. But none of these nations, they're coming to our aid, which we don't need your aid. All right, we have a power that's going to save us. All right, in our power right now, he's revealing you devils. All right, he's revealing you all. He's revealing the white woman for the racist that she is. You calling the police on an 8-year-older. All right, because you said that she didn't have a permit to sell. She didn't have a permit to sell waters, which proves that she just want Jake in a perpetual state of being a slave. All right, you want Jake to come to you on the want and need of all things. You wanna dictate what Israelites can do. All right, and you hate seeing a so-called black man do good in society. All right, and the white woman hates you niggas too, man. You nigga women. Are you try to be friends with the white woman? Well, she hates your guts. Okay, she hates you. You trying to be friends with her, but this is see, the Most High, he's revealing all these things, and he's making it known. Let me and then you read the comment boards. The sentiment on the comment boards is that you white people gotta go, man, and that this is like they're pretty much saying you white people need to get a life, and these other white people saying this. Okay, when I say white people, I'm talking about Edomites. Okay. So this is Psalms 19. I'm sorry. Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Now the Egyptians are talking about the modern day Egyptians, because this is spiritually Egypt. Okay, Revelation 11:8. This is spiritually Sodom. Is spiritually Egypt. Okay, because Egypt is where all the tribes were at, all right, to serve captivity. And Egypt was when we were in hardcore bondage, man. So the modern day Egyptian are you Edomites, okay? And they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor. And also what proves that this is Egypt was in Egypt. All right, Jake couldn't be around the Egyptians. Okay, that was in their law. Jake couldn't be in the midst of the Egyptians. They couldn't sit down and eat with them. All right, and that happened during the time of segregation. Okay, when so-called white man had different bathrooms, different living quarters, different schools. Okay, you had to sit in the back of the bus. All right, you had to be respectful and move out of the way of the so-called white man. All right, that's the same thing happened in Egypt. So this is definitely modern day Egypt. Okay, well, look on the back of your dollar bill. What do they have? They have the pyramid. Okay, with the all-seeing eye. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. You see that? So the Most High, he's setting up you Edomites against you Edomites on all levels. Okay, on all levels. All right, there's different classes of Edomites. All right, you have Edomites that try to be in the spirit of helping out Jake. You have Edomites that are in the spirit of destroying Jake. Okay, blatantly. Out in the forefront. They're not hiding their racism. All right, you got other Edomites that know how to hide their racism more than others. All right, Edomites that do things in the dark. All right. So the Lord, he's setting these Egyptians against the Egyptians, and so they're fighting against each other. All right, this is one way that the Most High is sowing discourse between the nation of Edom, because the nation of Edom, they pushed for so long equality. This was part of their philosophy and their wine that they pushed. While they're bombing you to hell and back, distilling your natural resources, they're telling you that there are people of love. All right, there are people of love. They help people out. They give people aid. All right, they're not racist. All right, they're here to bring peace on earth. So while they were doing that, all right, people knew that they were the devil, but they couldn't really prove none of these things. These things weren't in plain sight. Okay, for the whole world to see. Everybody's seeing that the white woman, the white man, they're petty. They're doing petty shit. You're gonna call the cops on an 8-year-old, and this has happened ever since we came over here in Babylon. All right, you did this when we were in Babylon, man. All right, when we were in ancient Babylon, all right, particularly to the tribe, the south, all right, the southern kingdom, where you were saying race it, even to the foundation thereof, pretty much helping the Babylonians catch us up, okay, catch us and put us in captivity. So the same thing now. You're doing the same thing. You're calling the cops. Why? Because when you call the cops on a so-called black man, all right, more times than not, they get shot, all right, or they go to jail. And you love seeing our people, okay, in a state of in a state of slavery. All right, you feel that we're savages. You feel that we're animals. Well, you're the real animal. You're the real savage. All right, who split the atom? Who created nuclear missiles? Who has actually dropped nuclear bombs on people? All right, no other nation other than the so-called white man. So this is actually, all these things are right out in the forefront for the whole world to see. Okay, so the heavens are declaring your wickedness, man. All right, the Most High, he set the internet up, and now everybody, the Most High put it in Esau's spirit to have everybody in the world get a cell phone or have internet access. He made internet access readily available, and he made it to where you really can't survive without it. All right. So now this digital age, especially this new generation, okay, everybody's seeing that the so-called, okay, are unreasonable, and they want to kill Jake. So this is actually on news, and this is part of those race riots being incited, okay, because Jake's gonna have enough of your so-called racism, okay. You Edomites, all right. You calling the cops on Jake all the time. What happened with Emmett Till? The white woman called the cops. Well, the white woman got me locked up. The white woman got me locked up. Try to say that I said certain things, and the cops came and grabbed me up. Okay, but the Lord delivered me. I got out in like an hour. Okay, and that happens all the time. And that's actually when I was out there teaching. White woman call the cops. Okay, because she felt offended. And why does she call the cops? Because she knows that's the task force to keep you so-called blacks and Hispanics in check. And she knows that, look, when the cops come, they can kill you, they can put you, they can lock you up. You know, Jake might resist or might run. They'll shoot you in your back, and she's happy. She wants to sleep good that day. Okay. Let me bring out another scripture, and then we gonna wrap it up. All right, so yeah, so the so-called white woman is racist also. All right, she's just as her man. She's just as the devil. She's a she-devil. Okay, and all those who all you Jakes that's all into the white woman, marrying the white woman, you going off, man. You ain't supposed to be marrying no goddamn white woman. All right, you ain't supposed to be having no kids with no white woman. All right, you can deal with them. All right, you can pop her, but you ain't supposed to be laying down and having seed with this devil. All right, she gonna teach your kids. She gonna teach your kids incorrect ways of living. Look at her. All right, she's all for the downfall of the so-called black man. All right, and well, you got some white women that are all for the uplifting of the so-called black man and the downfall of you Edomites. And that's part of the Lord sowing that discourse between the Egyptians. All right, the Egyptian woman, they want the Israelite man. Which, what I mean by that, I mean the Edomite woman, the modern day Egyptians. Which, go back into the story of Joseph. What happened with Joseph? The Egyptian woman wanted Joseph, and when Joseph declined her advances of she trying to rape Joseph, basically, essentially try to seize him, try to lay down with him. All right, what did she do? She called the police and said that he tried to rape her. So this story has been played multiple times. All right, multiple times in the reincarnation. All right, and what happened with Joseph? He got locked up, but you know what? The Lord, he delivered him. The Lord delivered Joseph. So the Lord's going to deliver us out of the hands of the so-called white man and woman. White man, woman, and child. They're all the devil. This is Isaiah 47:2. Take the millstone and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover thy thigh, pass over the river. This is a big expose on the so-called white man and his way of life. The whole world is seeing the white man for who he is. White man, woman, and child, that they're nothing but blatant racists, and that they do not understand. They are not about equality, but in all actuality, they're about separatism. They're about nationalism. And the so-called white man does not see you blacks and Hispanics as Americans. They see you as immigrants. They see you as slaves, the lower class. You're supposed to be a servant unto them in a servitude position. And as soon as you're not in a servitude position, all right, they're gonna let you know. They're gonna let you know by calling that task force to put your ass back in order. I'm letting you know that I still have power. Okay. So now the power is being stripped away from you Edomites. Okay. The white woman's power of calling the cops. What are you gonna do in that day when that 911 is off? All right. Jake is gonna have his way with you, man. All right. For all the crimes and atrocities that you have procured against our people, you have committed against our people. All right, lying. All right, false witnesses. All right, a white woman, she's nothing but a false witness. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. So now your nakedness, okay, your private parts are being uncovered, and we're seeing that your private parts, your nakedness is what? It's filthy. It's wickedness. Okay, it's it's unrighteous dealings. Okay, it's having hatred. You have hatred in your heart. So the Lord, He's uncovering that, because so long you were able to cover up your hatred. Oh no, I'm not hating you the whole time you saying all type of shit. Well, all these things have always been there's always been racist encounters of so-called white men and women calling Jake niggas, telling them to get out of their stores, go back to Africa, nigger. Okay, you can't sit here. I'm not going to serve you or call the cops on you. But now cell phones are being brought out. Because if this wasn't brought out, this would just be another story. This would just be another story that they will share between their family. It wouldn't even got out. But now everything's going viral. Why? Because the heavens are declaring your iniquity. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, and the Most High is uncovering you. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. So this is shameful unto you, because you have said that you are a people of equality. You have said that you are a people of righteousness, and that you do not hate, that you actually accept people. You're all for acceptance, okay, and understanding. But now your shame is being covered. This is shameful unto you. Shameful spewings. It says, I will take vengeance. I will not meet thee as a man. Let me get that shameful spewing, man, and then we'll wrap it up. Yep. This is Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. So now this is shameful unto you, and you see that. You see these Edomites, they have a shameful, look on them. Okay, they have a shameful and disgraceful look, especially when they're amongst Jake. All right, they have to watch their words. Okay, in the corporate world, okay, in these businesses, Jake is all up in there. All right, you got black owners now. You got to do business with so-called black men, all right, Hispanic men. So now they don't like that. All right, now they have to watch their tone. All right, they can't just say certain things. It'll go viral. All right, and then they'll be ostracized from society. All right, because it's not politically correct to be a racist nowadays. Okay, you have to be acceptant to all nationalities. All right, and a white man, they can't do that. So now the Lord, he's bringing shame unto your glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. So the Most High is all about uncovering the wicked. Okay, 2 Thessalonians, man, the 3rd chapter. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee. Okay, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. So shameful spewing is now on your glory. Okay, you were once a glorious people. All nations thought that you were God. Now they're seeing that you're not God, that you're actually the devil, and that we're in the right. We didn't do anything wrong. All we did was exist. All right, and you hate that. All right, you hate that we exist, just as Yahweh, as he is, just as he is, we are. So we are representative of him on the planet Earth, and you hate that. You hate everything about the Heavenly Father. So what do? You try to kill us. All right, but the Lord is not allowing you to do that no more. All right, he's rising up against you. The whole world is rising up against you. Okay, so you know with that, I hope you brothers edify. Until next time, I want to